What's up everybody, summer is well upon us at this point, and with it will be coming the 2020 Overwatch Summer Games event. And since I've already done a video on my channel talking about the expected start dates for the upcoming event, as well as which heroes are likely to be getting skins, in this video I want to take a look at some cool artwork and ideas for possible skins we could be getting with this year's summer event. This is Master EN Gamer, and real quick before we dive in, I'd just like to remind you to subscribe and spike that bell icon to never miss any future Overwatch news and content. Otherwise, now let's check out some cool summer games skin ideas. First up, let's take a look at some sports-themed skins. And first, we have Boxer Doomfist. This skin idea speaks for itself, and I think the artwork here does a fantastic job of displaying what a potential Boxer Doomfist skin could very realistically end up looking like. Given Doomfist's gauntlet and its striking similarities to potentially being turned into a boxing glove, in addition to the fact that Doomfist has martial arts experience in his backstory, this just seems like a perfectly fitting skin for him. There's so much Blizzard could do with giving him the boxing glove gauntlet, adding other details to give him the sort of professional boxer vibe, and overall I think it's just a cool idea that'd be rather different from many of the skins he already has in game. So that's certainly a fantastic idea that I would love to see us end up getting. But next up we have Shooting Ash. Now, this skin concept here is actually based specifically off of the spray Ash has in-game, which represents the Olympic sport shooting. This render of what the skin could look like in-game looks fantastic, and, well, again, I think it's a skin that could very easily end up getting added. It fits Ash perfectly, it fits the event perfectly, especially considering the 2020 Olympics, which, again, aren't actually taking place in 2020, but they were supposed to take place in 2020. So I could see Blizzard focusing on maybe adding some specifically Olympic-themed skins this year, which of course they would have started working on prior to the actual Olympics being delayed. But anyways, let's focus back on the skins. I think this Ash skin is a great idea. My question though is what Bob would end up looking like. The first thing that comes to mind for me is that Bob might be a target that Ash would shoot, although, you know, Ash probably doesn't really want to be shooting Bob, but I'm really at a loss for what other potential outfit Bob could have to fit with the shooting sport. So this is one that I definitely love to hear your ideas for in the comments down below. Ash's shooting skin is a great idea, but what would Bob end up looking like? And another sports-themed idea is Tennis Sigma. The main reason for this is that Sigma's hyperspheres are basically the perfect candidates for turning into tennis balls. He throws them out, they bounce around, seems like a perfect fit. Also, I'm not really sure what it is about him, but I could see Sigma playing tennis. It just seems like the sort of sport that would fit him. Moving on though, another sports skin is Baseball Brigitta. She's already got a mace, you could easily turn that into a bat. Her armor could be converted into catcher padding and a catcher's mask, and why not give her a home plate for a shield while you're at it? Overall, I think there's a lot of potential for a skin like this when it comes to Brigitta, and she could use some new skins, let's be honest. Similar to Baseball Brigitta though, we have Baseball Genji. Again, a melee-based hero, to an extent. Turn his sword into a baseball bat, turn his helmet into a catcher's mask. I think there's a lot they could do here to make him fit the baseball theme. I don't really know what it is about Genji, I just could really easily see him playing baseball for whatever reason. He seems like he'd be good at it. Moving on though, now let's take a look at some beach and pool themed skins, starting with Slip and Stream Tracer. Now believe it or not, this is an actual skin. Just not in Overwatch. It's in Heroes of the Storm, as you could maybe tell from the artwork here. Regardless though, it's a pool-themed Tracer skin where she's got little floaties, water pistols, and her pulse bomb is a water balloon. Doesn't get more perfect than that. I really think we could stand to get some more pool-themed skins in general. Another fantastic idea would be Pool Zenyatta, which I love this artwork here before. I know I've shown it off in videos in the past, but I just love the idea of turning his orbs into water balloons, and he's got the swim trunks, he's got a sand castle bucket for a head. He looks like he's ready for a day on the beach. Again, another fantastic skin idea that would fit perfectly within the Summer Games event. And sticking with the aquatic skin ideas, next up we have Scuba May. Now this one looks fantastic, and overall really works in so many different aspects. Her cryogenic cooling tank on her back could be turned into an oxygen tank. She's already got the glasses, you could easily turn that into a mask and snorkel. And while they don't really go into it here in this concept artwork, there is a number of different things you could end up doing with Snowball specifically. Maybe he could have little propellers on the bottom of him instead of thrusters. Maybe you could make him look like a jellyfish or some other sort of aquatic sea creature. There's a lot of potential when it comes to a skin like this, and even though May already has quite a few skins, I think this is an awesome idea that a lot of people would enjoy having in game. And moving on, we have another long-time popular skin idea, which can really only be described as fan favorite, and that's Lifeguard Mercy. There have been countless concepts and artworks done of what a Lifeguard Mercy skin would end up looking like, but most of them have the very similar sort of aesthetic: a red swimsuit, some sort of pool noodle or lifeguard stick for her caduceus staff, maybe put a life preserver on her outfit, maybe even make her wings have water coming off of them or something along those lines. But you got the guardian angel aesthetic that fits perfectly with the idea of her being some kind of lifeguard. And if I'm being honest, I am amazed that they have not done a skin like this for Mercy yet in-game. Similar to some other skin ideas I've talked about, it just seems to fit her so perfectly, and she's been in the game since launch. It absolutely shocks me that we haven't seen something like this for her. But 2020 might end up being her year, and so we'll just have to wait and see whether she finally, at long last, ends up getting this fan favorite skin. Speaking of lifeguards though, another hero who's very good at saving people, but maybe doesn't immediately fit the lifeguard idea, is Lifeguard Reinhardt. Yes, he might not be quite as fitting as Mercy, but I have to say I quite enjoy the artwork they've put together here. Reinhardt spends so much time stuck in his armor, you never really get to see much of him other than his face. So it would be nice to get a skin that, you know, maybe shows off a bit more of him specifically. Of course, there'd be issues with it not really fitting the same silhouette with his bulky armor on, but I think they could still come up with something to give him a beach or summer themed skin, whether it's a lifeguard or something a little different, such as just Pool Reinhardt. The bulk he normally has from his armor is compensated with pool floaties, and I guess you could only describe that as a grandpa swimsuit, but okay, whatever you want, Reinhardt. And of course, there's a lot of different things they could do for his hammer. They could have some big wooden hammer like we see here, or maybe they could go the sort of Torbjorn Beach skin route where his hammer is some sort of big inflatable or something else along that line. Overall, Reinhardt could definitely use a new skin, and I think there's a lot of fun ideas you could do with him when it comes to a beach or pool theme. But stretching a little farther away from the typical sort of summer activities, we have Poseidon Reinhardt. Now, this might be a bit of a stretch to include in the Summer Games event. We of course had the Winged Victory Mercy skin a couple years back that fits with the sort of Greek gods and goddesses theme, specifically for her when it comes to sports. But for Reinhardt, we could also maybe go with that Greek gods theme, but this time focus a bit more on the ocean and beach, and Poseidon would be an excellent character to fit with that. Reinhardt in particular, given his bulky form, fantastic facial hair, and of course his hammer could be easily turned into a trident, he just seems like the perfect candidate to fit the role of Poseidon if they were to give out more Greek god skins like this. A pretty cool idea, not one I'm necessarily convinced we're going to end up seeing, but nonetheless one I would love to see in-game. And just to tack on here at the end, one final skin which I'm sure all of you have seen before since it's been around forever, but this artwork is just so cool that I always have to include it in this video, and that's Scuba Diva. Give Diva a snorkeling outfit, turn her mech into a big old orca or shark, and you're good to go. She may already have her Wave Rider skin from a previous Summer Games event, but I think they could also give her something a bit more scuba or snorkel based, and maybe even instead of making her mech look like a shark or whatever, they could instead make it more like a submarine of some kind. Maybe even take a page out of Wrecking Ball's book when it comes to his recent submarine anniversary skin. And you know what? Just because it's my video, and I like talking about this skin any opportunity I get, I'm going to tack on one final extra skin, Deep Sea Diver Reinhardt. Y'all have heard me talk about it countless times before, but hey, summer, ocean, beach, you could wedge in a diver skin there somewhere, I'm sure. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to once again talk about one of my personal favorite skin ideas. Do I expect we're gonna get it this year? Nope, but I'm gonna show off these cool artworks that people have done of it anyways, since I just think they look so fantastic. But anyways, that does it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts on some of these Summer Games skin ideas I shared today. Are any of them ones which you'd be interested in seeing added to the game? Or maybe you have your own ideas for even better Summer Games skins that we could end up getting. If you've done any sort of artwork for Summer Games skins, or any skins in general for that matter, please send them to me on Twitter, as I always love seeing what you guys come up with. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. You can check out any of the artists whose artwork I featured in this video via the links down in the description. And as always, be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter at MasterIanGamer, spike that bell icon, and come check out my Discord server to never miss any future Overwatch news and content. If you'd like to support my channel and videos, then you can hit that join button down below to unlock some cool rewards like the people you see here on screen. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.